Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio. Today we're talking about how to fit exercise in when it just doesn't seem like you have any time. As a mom of a couple of wonderful kiddos and a business owner and a wife and everything else in the world, it feels like sometimes exercise can be hard to fit in. And that's coming from somebody who teaches people to exercise all the time. So rather than let it go and be a hypocrite on what I'm teaching people, I had to find a way to make it work, right? So it's especially true whenever I had littles, when they were babies and constantly needed me. But now, even with all the events and things going on, my bigger kids, it's hard to fit it in sometimes, to take time for me. So I wanted to kind of go over 3 different ways that you could fit exercise in and make sure that it works for you. So the first way is to keep it short. We have been led to believe over all these years that exercise has to be long and arduous. It has to be an hour in the gym or 2 hours in the gym. And it doesn't. There is so much that we can do in a shorter amount of time. And if you really know what you're doing, you can make a very efficient workout in 20 minutes or less. A lot of times we can get workouts in 15 to 20 minutes and be just fine. So imagine if you had a workout that was being efficient and helping you to see results within 15 minutes a day. I mean, that would be awesome, right? So it's actually doable, and research shows us that it's preferred over an hour-long workout if your goal is maintenance or weight loss or general muscle tone. Now, if you're working towards a more specific goal, then yeah, you might have to add a little time, but we're just talking about, making sure that we get exercise in. So if we're getting it in, we want to keep it short. We want to make sure that we've got everything that we need, that we keep it minimal on equipment and those kinds of things. So that's number 2, is keeping it simple. Don't go crazy. You don't have to have a gym membership. You don't have to have tons of equipment or anything like that. You can use your body. You can use bands. You could use some light dumbbells, whatever you happen to have. I love bands because they're so easy to travel with, and it gives me a little more than my body weight, but I'm able to be very creative with them. So like every time that I go to the hotel room, I'll hook up my bands and do either a strength workout, a cardio workout, or even a Pilates workout sometimes with them. So some great things to kind of have on hand, but remember to keep it simple. So equipment simple, but also exercise simple. We get on Pinterest and start looking around at all these cool exercises and these things that people are doing, and it just kind of gets out of control, right? So we need to dial it back. We need to go back to foundations. A squat is okay. A lunge is okay. A push-up's okay. There's millions of exercises, but we don't have to get fancy with all of them. You don't have to do things that your brain's like, I don't understand how to move my body that way. Instead, do things that make sense, that are simple enough for you to do so that you're likely to do them. So just because something's fun does not mean that you're likely to do it. We've got to make sure that it's something that works in your life, in your mind, in your situation, that it's going to work for you. Okay? Number 3 is something that usually I warn people against, and it's multitasking. So research shows us that multitasking is actually not that great for you, but hear me out on this. We want to multitask what body parts we're using in this workout. So if we're going to keep it short, we're going to keep it simple, then we've got to do more than one exercise at once, which means maybe a squat to an arm curl to a shoulder press, or perhaps a push-up into a dumbbell row, right? So we get in multiple exercises for multiple body parts, then we don't have to have as many exercises, right? So instead of having 12, maybe we cut it down to 6 and we've got what we need. So multitasking for body parts is a big part. Multitasking in time slots is also another big one. Now, I'm not talking about trying to get your office work done while you're working out. Obviously, research has proven that that's a really bad idea. But if you are at a child's event, say you're at a sporting event, you've got bleachers there, go run the bleachers, or go underneath the bleachers, do your workout, or go back in the parking lot and do your workout. I had a teacher one time who had use of a classroom during basketball, volleyball games, so she'd go in the classroom and do that. Find a place where you're at, where you know you're going to be there for a few hours, and get in a small workout. If it's 10 minutes, great. That's more than what you got in, even if it's going and walking the perimeter of the place that you're at. So just finding opportunity sometimes is the hard part. Making sure that you are willing to find that opportunity it can be a challenge, right? Because sometimes we're just so focused on what we're doing that we think, okay, I'm here and this is outside of the box of, workout, and this is what I'm gonna do for the next 3 hours. That's great, except you missed your workout, because we all know that by the time those events are done, it's 10 or 11 at night, maybe sometimes later, and there's no leftover energy for that. So your call on whether you work out morning or night, but find 15, 20 minutes to fit it in. If you'd like some help creating a program like that you could get done in, out, and on your way and actually see some success from it, I'd be happy to talk with you. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. We'd be happy to set you up with a consultation. No strings attached. We just want to see if we're the right fit for you and tell you about a little more about what we can offer for you. So I hope you have a great day. Now go and get your workout in.